Hey there YouTube, this is SmoothieMan7, and I'm obviously not the first person that anyone's going to look for a game review, because A, I'm not that popular on YouTube, and B, I usually do funny or school-related videos, which are also funny most of the time. But after they announced Ultimate Tenkaichi and all of its featured and started getting trailers out there, well, I started first, when they first announced it, I was one of those people that was very excited and then practically had a fangasm. I'm going to be using a lot of strange words when they decided to announce the character creator. But this review is probably going to get a lot of hate from all the people that are totally excited for this game, because I'm not that excited. So if you're watching this, thanks for tuning in, and let's get this started. Okay, so this was actually the first video I ever saw about Ultimate Tenkaichi, and obviously I was pretty excited seeing this, showing like the boss battle with Janemba, the fight with Vegeta. Looked a lot more fast-paced than a lot of the other games, like Budokai Tenkaichi 3. And this was where I initially thought this is probably going to be the greatest game ever, and I am going to need to buy this. But that did change after I saw some of the other videos, which I'll show next. Okay, so this next trailer was the first trailer they released for the hero mode or character creator. And when I saw this, I was kinda at my fangasm moment, because I'd been waiting for this, like a lot of Dragon Ball Z game fans, for a long time. And I started watching it for a while, and around this part, and I watched it a few times because it was just so exciting to me. But that was when I realized that that little list there that they showed was the entire character creator, where, you could change the hair, you could change the clothing, you could change, that was about it. And I was like, seems kinda simple, but I mean, hair, outfit, skin color, all that seems, good enough. And at this point, I was pretty psyched, kind of hoping maybe they would add races and stuff, because it looked to me like it was just Saiyan, or since that's all they showed. But I was thinking, well, I don't think they would leave any of those important races out, since they're all very important to the series. And of course, we see the Super Saiyan, and that also got me psyched, because I actually have the Dragon Ball Z fan character, and you can see my sprite videos for that, or go on my DeviantArt account. But of course, he has Super Saiyan transformation, so I was like, this is awesome. I could play a video game with my fan character. That would be great. That would be fantastic. But again, after this trailer, they started releasing some other ones more in depth about hero mode, and that's really where I started saying that they need to make some improvements if they want it to sell well. So let's go to the next few videos. Okay, these next videos are on a channel called Namco Bandai Games EU, and it's a series of videos they're making, kind of showing different parts of the hero mode. And the first one is obviously the character creation, which pretty much brought down my liking of this game a lot, because as you can see, they're putting in the name for the character, they're just naming it Bandai. But when I saw this, I was like, this is all we get after all this time, and after all the potential they could have. They don't really show a lot of hairstyles either. I don't know if they were just lazy and just stopped whenever they found their hairstyle, but it's got some generic Dragon Ball Z character hairstyles and change the color. They chose Gohan's hairstyle, like adult Gohan, and shows this, and then they go and you can change the outfit. No, that's the skin color, my bad. But you change the skin color and then outfit, and they're all pre-designed outfits, which I was like, that is probably the laziest thing a character creator could do. You don't get to change the shirt or the pants separately. It's just, you know, separated different little generic outfits that you just change random colors on. And then you can see they have, well, once they get out of the color slider, you can change the symbol on it, I guess. I don't know, it has the bottom. You can change the symbol on clothes, like Goku used to have the symbols on the back of his shirts. And that's basically the entire character creation mode. That's it. Now they have released pictures showing they have like a kid body type, like that was obviously a regular body type like Goku would have, but they showed a character that had like a young or kid body type, so I don't know if maybe you can choose before you get to that screen, but all they've shown so far is Saiyans, which is a little disappointing because I'm sure there are a lot of people that would probably want to make a Namekian, and they've also only shown that the characters can go Super Saiyan 1, which, that's great and all, but I mean, if that's the extent of transformations, it's kind of boring. I mean, obviously it might get a little too overused if people start making like Super Saiyan 50 or something, but I mean, it should at least allow you to go maybe to 4 or 3 probably, because 4 usually is a separate character, which I think they should have at least done that much. But there's also a few videos out called, well, they came out a while ago, called it's like the BTS series. I'll have a link to the guy's channel in the description, but he had a few videos concerning if they ever made a Budokai Tenkaichi 4 having a character creator. And what he says, some of it is a little overdone, like I don't think they would ever do it. But some of the ideas are really simple and really could be done. But with what they showed, it looks like it's really simple. It's like a Flash game, in my opinion. It looks like a really like simple dress-up Flash game on the internet or something. But let's go to the next video. Okay, now admittedly, when before this video came out, when I was watching the character creation one, I got a little like on the lenient side, saying, well, I mean, like a lot of the people that argue against how basic it is, they say, well, I mean, at least we finally get one. And then this video came out showing the fighting, so I watched it saying, well, let's see how the combat is. If the combat's good, I can probably put up with the character creator, you know, see what they've done. Right now it's showing you can add skills and stuff. This one I was a little kind of disappointed with because it's just a bunch of rip-off skills. But then I figured, well, I mean, what else can they do? People don't want like a simple volley and a beam as their special move, because that can get kind of boring as well. But I don't know. I was thinking about it and I said, well, I can probably put up with the character creator, because so far this looked pretty awesome. You choose a character's fighting style from one of the other characters from the actual series, and then you can choose special moves from them, and just going through all the skills and stuff right now. Stay on this for a little while, actually. you can also change the skills for the Super Saiyan it showed. Hopefully, maybe, at that point I kind of saw, you know, he switched to the Super Saiyan skills, like special moves and stuff, and I thought, oh, well, maybe we can get Super Saiyan 2. But so far they haven't shown if we can get past Super Saiyan 1 yet. And I guess you also get to choose who your trainer is, and they chose 17.
You. All right.
So there's a 17 model, and then there's their character. Starts off, looked pretty epic. Then it started side angle first of all, which was kind of, but you know, it gets the full 3D. Then it starts with this. And at first I thought, okay, is this like a rush move, like a special move, rush attack or something? But as far as I can tell, it is not. It looks to me like randomly in the battle you can start reaction command sequences. See, because there it does it again. And it basically does the same exact thing. Which, at the moment, basically looks like you just start a rush sequence or a reaction command sequence at any time, which looks really boring and repetitive. I was expecting like just a more fast-paced thing with some reaction commands as special moves, but in the end it really just looks like an entire battle based around reaction commands with cinematics, which, yeah, it looks nice to watch, but to play could easily get boring in my opinion, because I mean, even from that far they started, and I don't know, to me it just seems like they could have done a lot more with just at least keeping the combat almost the same, like a fighting game instead of a reaction command game with cinematics all the time.
It's been fun.
And I don't know, at this point I was like, so far there's nothing leading me to want to buy this at the moment, because a simple character creator that easily could have been made better with battle sequences turned into like cinematics that you basically just watch and do a couple reaction commands. And I don't know, that kind of brought down my want for the game. And even though I've seen this and the simple character creator, then they came out with part 3 of this video series, which was showing one of the boss battles, and I'll go to that video now. Okay, so part 3 of that video series showing hero mode is split into 2 videos showing the beginning and the climax of the battle against Great Ape Baby Vegeta. And watching this, it looked, you know, like a legitimate, what you'd expect as like a video game boss fight. You know, you dodge some lasers and you do, you know, some little damage, because at this point all you can do is shoot Kai attacks, Kai blasts at the boss, and he does his lasers and just dodge them back and forth. And then there's a cinematic, and during the cinematic you actually do reaction commands, which in a boss fight, reaction commands are like part of kind of what you'd expect. You know, you dodge the fire, then you reaction command attack. In this case, dodging them, but you do an attack sequence with reaction commands. First he grabs you.
You're looking quite pale.
Something about the voice actor seems kind of wrong though.
But I need to find out who's behind this, no matter what.
So obviously there was a storyline too, as you can see from his comment there. But this is probably one of the later boss fights, because your character is obviously jacked at this point. But Yeah, it looked like a pretty legitimate boss fight, you know, basic dodging and shooting, and then little reaction command sequence to do some actual damage. And we'll go to the part 2 video where it shows at the, well, towards the end of the fight. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the second part of the part 3 of the Hero Mode series. So this is showing the climax of the boss battle with baby Vegeta, or grade 8 baby Vegeta. And again, it starts out pretty much the same as the first part, except, you know, he's got his different attacks. But basically the same. Shoot lasers, dodge his, and he'll use some different attacks. But like I said in the other video, boss battles look like they're pretty much the most well done part of the game. And as far as I can tell, this probably takes place right after the end of the other video, or a little bit after. So it's probably 2, maybe 3 part battle. But you can see he starts using the different projectiles. And to me, that's like, you know, basic boss battle, like I said before. You know, you do the first round where you do some basic dodging and shooting, and do a short part where you do some actual damage, and then you go to the second wave where probably be different attacks. And here we go with the second cutscene, reaction command battle. And as far as I can tell, this is either the first or second time your character would probably access Super Saiyan. It kind of sounds like it might be the second, because he talks about training. And there's a cutscene showing them struggling, and it goes right to the reaction command, which, like I said, in boss battles, reaction commands, it seems expected. You know, it adds to the boss battle, and it just looks a lot nicer. Whereas in regular battles, it kind of seems unnecessary, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it fits, especially since it's, you know, it looks, as far as I can tell, like you can just randomly start a reaction command sequence, like a little cinematic. Maybe if it was like rush attacks and special attacks, and you had to do like what it showed there with him charging his laser, that would be good. But if it's like what it looks like, then it's kind of stupid in my opinion. So those are all the videos I have, and I know this video is kind of long, and I'm sorry for anyone that was expecting, who does know my videos, anything funny from me, but I try to take some things not seriously, but without adding my random stupidity in there. But now I'm just going to give my final overall review of how I think this game is going to be. And in my opinion, my only problem with it is, well, a couple problems, but my main problem is, and some people are probably going to say it's the character creator. That's wrong. That is not my main problem. My main problem is actually the combat, because they've turned it from a fighting game like Budokai Tenkaichi series, which is my favorite series, so I've probably mentioned that a few times, but that's my favorite series because it's like Dragon Ball Z mixed with a classic fighting game, a classic 3D fighting game, and that's a good combination. Now, at first, I was a little taken back. I didn't mention this, but I was taken back by the fact that no giant characters are playable, and they made them bosses because they wanted them to be like actual size. And it took me a little bit, but I figured that's really for the best, because A, no one really likes the giant characters as far as I can tell anyway, because they're slow and it takes them forever to charge. The only thing they have going for them is defense, because it takes forever to knock them back. But I mean, for the bosses, that's a great idea. But for regular combat, I just don't see that it's going to work out well. I mean, maybe it takes getting used to. For me, it's just not a good combination. But if it turns out to be that it's just rush moves doing the sequences like that, then great, because that I kind of like that element in there. It makes it more like, it's not just, hey, just do this and bam, perfect combo, or bam, perfect laser attack. With this, it's kind of like, all right, you've started the laser attack, but now you got to work at it. You got to make it work. It adds a little more skill. But when it's just, from the looks of it, at first I thought, okay, he's using a lot of rush attacks. It's kind of cheap. But then it showed he used one on 17, and 17 got launched way far back. And he launched a couple simple Kai blasts at him, and then bam, it started up with the sequences again with 17 way far away from him. He didn't rush at him or anything; it just started. So it's like, it kind of seems like you can just randomly be like, okay, I'm gonna start a rush sequence. But that is my main problem with the game. The first thing that actually got me disappointed was the character creator, because we waited all this time and it's been suggested and wanted for like the longest time, and the fans were crazy about it when it came out, and then it turns out to be about the equivalent of a Flash game on newgrounds.com or something, or one other game sharing websites or something. And I know there's a lot of people that are arguing like, well, I mean, at least we get one. They didn't have to put one in there. And there's also the people that obviously haven't gotten the memo, saying it's, this is a start for a character creator, and next time they can make it, so much better, and then it'll be amazing. But this is the last Tenkaichi game, guys. Unless they're just fucking with us, they've announced that this is the last Tenkaichi game, and after this they're done. Which is why they made it Ultimate Tenkaichi, because they wanted to get it more like they described it as being more like the manga and the anime, because it's more real to it. But just when they showed the character creator, I think a lot of people were disappointed. But I think some people were disappointed for the wrong reason, saying that, oh, it's lazy and stupid. It's like, I can agree with saying at least we get one. But the one thing that bugs me is it's the last game and they kind of half-assed it, which just kind of irks me a bit. But besides that, whether I'll get the game or not, I really don't know. Sometimes I'm just thinking I'm probably going to let my inner fanboy get out, and I'm just going to say, you know what, fuck it, I'll get used to it. And I'll buy the game. But whether I will or not, I'm not sure. I might wait to see what the reviews are and see maybe if they mix it up a bit, try to make it better. But at the moment, I really think that they could have done a lot better. And I'm not going to give you a rating on the game or anything, because it does look like it's a pretty good game. It's a Dragon Ball Z game, Tenkaichi game, so it's a decent game. But I just think there are some things that they kind of half-assed, and that's the only issue I have. So anyone wants to hate, go ahead. I've said my opinion. You can say yours. I just see hating as a stupid way of trying to act cool. But your opinion's your opinion. Mine is mine. So thanks for watching this review. If I ever get a laptop, I might make more where it's not just me talking. I kind of wanted to do a review of Skyrim, but I'm pretty sure most people are expecting it's just going to be a 5.0, and that's what I would give it. Probably a 6 out of 5 or above. But anyway, that's it. So hopefully I'll be able to get up some other videos later. Might continue with these kind of review things for games or other game related videos. And I guess I'll see you later, YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe if you like this video or if you like my other videos. So see you later.